Good morning, pedal power people. It's your boy Eric. Oh yeah, we got OG downhill. Not much downhilling going on this ride.
It's gonna be flat.
Yeah, it's gonna be flat. We're at Emerald Isle and we are on the road today. A little mix of Greenway and Beach Road, going from here to Fort Macon and back. I'm on my Raleigh Portage. Got a little top bag, handlebar bag, some water. Got some snacks in my jersey. Got the Carbon Specialized Rudy. Been treating Fred well. Got a little bar bag stashed full. I don't know what's in here.
It's just gonna be my storage when I lose this jacket.
Yeah, okay, extra storage. We're going shopping, I guess. We're going shopping, baby. Here we go, hitting the roads in Emerald Isle. See you on the trail. All right, update number one. Here we are, Old Coast Guard Road and Ring Street. This is mile marker 0. We're at the Emerald Path. This is a 11-mile greenway. It's going to take us north up towards Atlantic Beach, and then we'll have like 12-14 miles of road shoulder. It's Sunday morning. Hopefully traffic's going to be minimal. Let's get this thing rolling. Okay, yeah, kick it. Ready, Fred?
Ready, my friend.
Let's do this. Let's have a safe trip. We should get about 50 miles out of this ride today. Right now it is 7:42 in the morning. Dropping the deuces on the shoulder. I'm going to take you along for the ride. So, appreciate you clicking on this video. Chat with me down below. Afterwards, I'll read any comments. I think we got it 64 degrees. Should be sunny all day. We're lucky enough to be staying 1 mile away from the trailhead there. Thank you, Bill, for allowing us to visit and to stay at your place. Your mom's doing great. We're gonna spend the rest of the day on the beach once we get back from the ride. So I do have fenders on this bike, and you may hear them throughout the video. Not the quietest ride, but she's a sweet one. All right, we're coming up onto the main highway. Heck, I don't even remember what the number is. I've been coming down here for years, riding this greenway, and I was just thinking that these 2 miles or so on Coast Guard Road may not be part of the Emerald Path. So that might mean we get a couple extra miles of greenway overall. Not positive on that. I'll be looking into that later. But here we are. So I do love North Carolina for many reasons, and one is I can be at home in Durham or north of Durham. Hello, sunshine. And in 3 hours we can be here on the coast in a beautiful place like this.
The wind's not bad either.
Nope, not so far. Yeah. So almost 8 o'clock in the morning. And we'll be looking into the sun. This section of the Outer Banks is oriented in such a way that, as you can see, we're going up the beach road, which you would think would be north but we're facing directly into the fall sun, which is of course in the easterly sky. So the beaches here have quite a southern face. So you get to see the sunrise and sunset from the same beach. It's pretty kick-ass. All right, see you on the next update. Just past the old putt-putt. And this section is kick-ass. Love this little forested corridor here, so let's get a video of it.
So this ride today is part of the overall goal I have to ride all of our outer banks. So I have ridden the northern banks from Corolla to Okotoks. Now I'm getting this section knocked out. Good to go. And then I'll be looking down south of here to see what is left. I guess it's the Oak Island, Ball Island zone. See if there's any more stretches of beach road worthy of a ride. All right. Look at this big fluffy puppy.
Yeah. All right. Now we're back out of the woods and on the main road. Just think it will be like this for quite a while. Blue Star Memorial Highway, a tribute to the armed forces who have defended the United States of America. All respect given, indeed. Hi. I saw her head down and kind of drifting. Oh yeah, and thanks to Emerald Isle for establishing in this greenway. It is such a great addition to any town, especially when out on the beach. There's Isle Cycles. I think those are the folks that helped us with that tandem. I think there are 2 or 3 bike shops down here. You do have to keep your head on a swivel. You got a lot of road crossings, parking lot crossings, which is definitely been considered when we decided to ride a Sunday morning, and it's paying off so far. We really need the benefit from it when we are off the greenway on the second leg. All right, I'll catch you on the next one. All right, the engine room has heated up. 5 miles in, starting to get a little wet lip. Oh, I forget to pause my little calculator here. I want to keep our averages up. We're at 14.6 average speed right now. No, that's gonna be good.
It's gonna be good. Right.
Yeah, I think we got a long way to go. All right, back on the saddle. About a 1 minute pause. Yeah.
Woo, now I'm cold.
Oh, it will balance out. Yeah, 65 degrees. Pretty ideal when you're cruising in a average speed of 14 and a half, 15. That's a nice little breeze on you. So it keeps you kind of equalized. As soon as you stop though, Pretty hot. All right, nobody coming. A lot of blind intersections. And of course, you see me running all the stop signs. I mean, when you're trying to go for a long ride, what do you expect, guys? We're gonna be on the shoulder eventually, so we're trying to use all of the greenway, but the stop and starts would not be advantageous. So I'm trying to be safe. I'm coasting in all of them with my hands on the brakes. Like that. Safety third, right, Fred? Fred and I are preparing ourselves for a century ride in a few weeks. We will be doing that in 2 segments in 2 days, camping out between. It's really about 110 miles grand total. So if we can get in 50 today, we'll get to see how it treats our bodies. We've been pedaling the road a lot. I've been still on the mountain bike, but our average rides are in the 30s. I say 25 to 38 miles. It's kind of what we're doing regularly. So we're pushing that almost double today. Considering the limited elevation, we're gonna go up and down today. We hope that we just cruise and make it back with no problems. This is great. No more stores, just a low-hanging bush. Guys out exercising, rock on, hey, hey. That was very blind. All right, I'm gonna take a little break from the camera. See you on the other one. All right, looking like we're coming into the next village. I think it's Indian Creek, what was it, Indian Beach? That makes sense. Anyhow, this greenway's been great. Excellent. Yeah. Nice. Love the tie-dye. What did she say? Thank you, sir. All right. Oh, there's a big beach access to the right. Nice. All right, we're about 9.5 miles into the Greenway. And that last section was so bumpy because of like patchwork. We just hopped over to the shoulder. I think there's about 1.5 miles left of the Greenway. But the other thing it relieves us of, so we now have this buffer between us and cars coming out on the road. So kind of win-win when there's a good shoulder and you're road biking. Right now I'm at 19.6 miles an hour, which is just under the speed limit on a Greenway, which I think is 20. So that could also be a good reason to just hop over to the shoulder. Bogue Banks, good morning. I just missed the signs, but Indian Beach. We're 11 miles in, so yeah, into the Greenway. Mile marker 12. Gravel. Currently, average speed 16.9. Feels like we're on a slight incline for the last few miles up onto Indian Beach. Keep on trucking. I think we're at our halfway point. We just passed mile marker 11.5. Makes sense. We rode 1 extra mile. My odometer's at 12.7. So halfway, baby. Really quarter of the way. We gotta come back home. Big bump. Yeah, I can talk about that. So as point man, leading any kind of group, 1 person or 10 people, whatever, I'm trying to think about everybody behind me in my line. So 1, I try to stay consistent, and then 2, like right now, it's a bunch of gravel, our enemy. So I used my right hand to point to the gravel on the right, so everybody behind me will know I'm changing my line. We just entered into Salter Path, oldest community. I didn't read the whole sign, but anyway, so we try to point out potholes, gravel, roadkill, you know, things that could puncture a tire or make somebody crash. So if you're in the front, be courteous, be alert. Like this, gravel, and I moved over, and when I see it's clear, I just come back to my line. Be good to each other. All right, mile marker 9.5, leaving Indian Beach, going into Pine Knolls Shores. Out here in Pine Knolls Shores, they love the sea turtles. Water break. Beach House Road. That's original. Love it. These trees, although they're short, they have kept us in the shade the entire time so far. It is fall, so the sun's at a, you know, a trajectory that's low in the horizon. But now coming back over there this afternoon, sorry, this is later this morning, probably a different story. But I swear, we've been going up like the whole time. It seems like, just little by little. Anyhow, we just took a short break at Iron Steamer Public Access. Catch a little slipstream from Fred. We are 16.68 in our ride. Feeling good. Thanks for still being here. It's a good time to say like the video, hit that subscribe button. I'd love to get some more subscribers. All right, Fred has pulled us into Atlantic Beach. Got our average speed up to 17.1. He's been rolling at 20 miles an hour, folks. Something I've noticed is how nice it is down here that the speed limit is 35 this whole way. So when cars are passing us, it's not really a thing. They're barely going twice the speed of us, so there's no impact, you know, no wind, not even really any sound disturbance from them. So it's quite nice. There's been a big shoulder the whole way, so, and fat lanes. Hell, the last 4 or 5 miles there's been a turning lane in the center, so plenty of room. Fred's made memories in that hotel. Hopefully not any children. No, that's for sure. Sure, he gave it a good effort. The Wheelhouse. All right, Southern Atlantic Beach. 9 o'clock in the morning, not even, 8:46. We're an hour and 8 minutes duration. Only a few little stops to hydrate or to shed a layer. See you when we get to the park. Coming into Atlantic Beach proper, right here at Town Park. Catching our first red light of the trip, 21 miles in. There's the green. Ooh. All right. Get back up to speed. Traffic will be a little more crazy now. Coming into this zone. And then it should lighten up as we get into the Fort Macon State Park. Not sure if we have to pay. Uh-oh. I dropped my boy coming out of that. Whoops. Too much pedal power, baby. It's been a minute since I've been down here. Gorgeous day. All right, I'm gonna focus. See you on the flip side. All right, approaching the main intersection here in Atlantic Beach. Fort Macon, dead ahead. Not things we see on our rides too often in the triangle. Yeah, boy, here we go. 24 miles from the house, Fort Macon, baby. Now nothing but marshland. That's hiding the big oil refinery and cargo ships. I don't know if we have to pay or do anything to go sit down at a picnic table.
Alright.
But we'll see. We're gonna go all the way in. Yeah, Fort Macon State Park. I do think there's a short beach access, but I saw on GPS that this goes all the way down to a point. So I want to head there. Go Coast Guard. All right, check it. I was telling Fred, I think there's some kind of graffiti road out here. I might be thinking about the wrong place, but oh yeah. Don't tread on me, baby. Ha.
Oh, look at that.
Yes. Yes. Look at this. Beautiful. Put me down, shift. Oh. So good. Pew, 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 pew. There you go. From the southern point to the northern point of the Emerald Isle. Bogue Banks. Salter Path. Pine Knolls Shores. Atlantic Beach. Loving it. All right. Check this out. This is the old fort. Yeah. Glad they put bathrooms in the fort. Incredible. We'll have to go check this thing out after we visit the loo. All right. So again, made it to the fort. Our trusty steeds certainly got us here. You can hear mine's a little noisy. This front fender is kind of rattly. You know, it's aligned, but no big worry. Of course, we were over at a little lookout there in the sand, and I went to pedal out, and my front wheel washed out, and I laid it down. Clipped in, you know. Hard to get out, but no biggie. We're gonna see if we can get up on the fort. I would assume you can get inside, maybe climb up on those walls, maybe not. We're not gonna go inside to the gift shop or anything, you know, we're dressed up in our cycle gear. Anyhow, this is a great ride so far. We're 25 miles in, so it's gonna be a 50-mile ride. We're feeling pretty good, I think. The wind's not been bad. Keep you on. All right, the mosquitoes have run us out. So much for a break, sitting at the beach or something. Well, we didn't want to climb through the sand and everything with their bikes, and but here at the fort, mosquitoes attacked us. So we're just gonna do what we came to do anyway. Get back on the bikes and pedal.
All right,
So my total distance currently 25.43 miles from the house, a mile to the trailhead, and then
it's a perfect ride.
yep, we currently are averaging 17.2. So Fred estimated 15, and I didn't expect us to really get that. Look, it's Big Ben. Okay, the legs might take a minute to get back up to pace. They're feeling a little heavy. But that's okay. If we have to limp home, we limp home. I've got one more yogurt granola bar. There's plenty of stores to stop by if we have to get more food. We don't have any time constraints.
I kind of felt like we were going uphill the whole time.
I did too, brother. Yeah, there was the illusion, if not reality, that it was a slow climb. And if that's the case,
We're gonna fly.
but last night on the beach, the wind was coming, as I'd call, up the beach. So we were thinking we were gonna have a good tailwind. But really can't say if I could tell if we did or not. It's been a real calm morning. All right, I'll give you another update later on. All right, leaving Fort Macon, back in Atlantic Beach. Let's do this. All right, we just powered down a couple miles into Atlantic Beach proper. Just past the causeway bridge. We definitely got the headwind now. So I'm gonna tow Fred through the town, probably into mile marker 5, then let him take some wind. See you then. Mile marker 4. You can hear with my breath, we're on a basically flat road. I'm huffing and puffing, keeping an average of 17.2. I'm rolling at 18.8 now. I haven't seen it below 18. I feel like, you know, I'm doing a couple hundred watts. Heart rate's probably 140s. I'm guessing. Here I come up on 5. And the recumbent bike. All right, I'm gonna pass this fella and let Fred take the lead. Rock on. All right, Fred, you're up, buddy. Come on. Oops, I didn't mean to hit that. Forgot I was recording already. That's awesome. The recumbent rider looked like she was in her 70s. Just chilling. Nice, friendly good morning from her. All right, Fred.
Yeah.
I kept my speed over 18 miles an hour through that.
What am I at now?
For 5 miles. Right now this is 17.17, which is good. But yeah, when we get out in some headwinds, dude, I was pumping. My heart rate was up. I was huffing and puffing. So
got open air also.
Yeah, the whole time. I said I was gonna get to mile marker 5 and then let you take over. And I need a long pull, maybe the next 5 miles or so. And then we'll trade. Yeah, the benefits from the slipstream are real. So, you know, I towed us up, minus a few miles. So probably at, you know, 22 miles on the front so far. And we're 32 in. Oh no, so a bit more than that. Anyhow, now get a break. Fred's really got a steady cadence. He can push a real constant pace. But his first ride on the coast in a headwind. He's got the pedal power. So I adjusted the angle of my saddle, and I may have gone 1 notch too low. It feels like it's pushing me more forward than I want. All right, we gotta be careful here. All right, go ahead and go out in the road. All right, catch up with you in a minute. Indian Beach, just past the 9.5 mile marker. Fred's maintained our average brilliantly, so steady. We're still at 17.3 average pace. We've had a few stop lights. There's a couple times I forgot to hit pause, but overall that's a great pace. I'm gonna try to pull us for the next 5 miles. We'll just chip away at this 50-mile ride. I was talking to Fred. 47 is his longest ride on the road. It's been a long time since I've done a 50-miler or more. So this is an epic day, an accomplishment for both of us if we succeed. Of course, we have our crew waiting there by the phones if we need to be picked up as limping dogs. But so far, my legs are feeling strong. I am gonna have to adjust my seat. I am tingling a bit more than I'd like, but he has done it. Fred's got us to the 10-mile mark. We're 36 miles into our ride. I'm just gonna slowly pull by him, pat him on the back.
Thanks, Doug.
And pull some wind off of his shoulders and let him relax. Yeah, you're on? Yeah, there he is. All right. See you at the next break or the next cool something to talk about. Hell yeah. Coming into Emerald Isle, or at least the top part. So there's the beginning of the Greenway, right when you enter Indian Beach. And we're gonna stay on the road. Once again, a great shoulder. It's to go a steady speed, I feel is safer because of all the street crossings that are blind because of the shrubbery and everything. Can't really see. And I don't want to have to stop at every stop sign. So we're at mile marker, I think 13. Here, I'll leave it running. Here it comes. 12 and a half. So I guess we got like, yeah, 10 more miles. Woo! All right, mile marker 15. Decided to take a little break here. This is gorgeous. Fred's running strong. We are 41.85 miles in.
Yeah.
So very good
10 more miles.
for us. Yeah, a little less than 10 miles to home. I need to walk. See if I can get off this bike. Oh yeah, I realized that when I laid the bike down, I twisted my bars, and I've ridden that last 15 miles with bars that weren't straight. And I was wondering why I felt a little more tingling than normal, because my bars were so crooked. Literally my hips were sitting crooked, my hands were crooked. So with Fred, fashion is always first. Yeah, down to the socks, baby. See if I can get footage of those nice tie-dyes. Kick ass, man. Nature. Where are we, on a tropical island or something, man? North Carolina. Absolutely no grilling. Keep off dunes. Dun 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 dun. Rip currents will kill you. All right, here we go. A little less than 10 miles to go home. We are going to take 2-mile intervals. Drafting. Fred's up first, going to 17. So we're looking for 16 and a half as a reminder.
16 and a half to reminder, yeah.
Yeah, that pace, we're still at 17.2 overall.
Yeah.
So we're just clicking up one or 2 tenths.
Go.
Way to be directed. That's it. All right. Get back into the gears. Very minimal gear changes, of course, on this ride. So Fred was just speaking to me about how he's gained comfort drafting and just the benefit of it. You really have to trust your partner in front. Be it if you're just 2 people like this or in a line of 5 or more, whatever. So much trust in the dude in the front and everyone else. I like to, keep an eye over his shoulder ahead on the road. So I've looked all the way down to the horizon. I don't see anything on the shoulder, so I know I can just trust him. We're just gonna plug away. He's cruising at 17.3 miles an hour. Steady headwind for sure. Duration is 2 hours, 27 minutes so far. We might be on the 3-hour mark. We'll see. Doing great. Feeling good. Straightening my handlebars certainly made a difference. I can tell already. They were way out. Should have stopped earlier, but I had that target in mind, 15-mile marker. All right, home stretch. So you can maybe see here on the left of the footage, another reason, good hand, my friend. Another reason why us road cyclists will ride the road. Notice that group of 4 just having a great time. Totally doing what's right on the greenway. cruising. They come into those intersections nice and slow because they're just cruising. They can see if the cars are coming. You know, nobody really stops at the stop signs. But we're cruising at 18 miles an hour, and that's where this kind of bike and this kind of riding actually comes into itself. So we ride on the shoulders. The road is smoother, more consistent, and fortunately down here we've got a 2-foot shoulder on average, sometimes bigger, sometimes a little less. So been killer. I think we're coming up on 16 and a half soon, or maybe even 17, which is exactly the speed we're going now. Good job, Fred. So after we pass the truck, I'll take the lead.
Alright.
So I'm gonna pull out first, kind of letting traffic do their thing. He's clear to come over. And then I'm gonna go ahead and break wind. Yeah. Squirrel. All right, and I'm not gonna try to speed up right now. I can see his shadow over my right shoulder. He's on board. I'm gonna make sure I maintain what he had. Give him a break. I'm glancing out of the corner of my eye for his shadow. You just learn how to read it. I'm gonna chill out a little bit. I think he's having to work to stay on me. And then, you know, half-mile mark, I bet I can notch it up. He won't even notice. He'll have some relaxed muscles, be able to pump it out. We're at 44.3. Oh, there's a bluebird. Got hit by a car. Marker 17 and a half. Rolling. Stay close to the dotted white line. Then cars know you're not merging. Beautiful. All right, so we're at 19. We were shifting every 2 miles, that was the plan, but I didn't do a good job. I ran us too fast. So Fred didn't get a break. And that's my bad. I should have managed it. And what I've learned in reflecting on that just now is I gotta remember we're at the tail end of a 50-mile ride. And right now we're 1 mile away from the longest ride Fred's ever ridden on a road bike. And he's fucking hauling ass at an average 17 miles an hour. So I gotta do a better job. So my punishment is I'm gonna keep breaking the wind. Nah, it's a joy. We're coming into Emerald Isle proper. So yeah, we're gonna have some red lights. You know what? Let's go ahead and get to the greenway. Then we won't really have to deal with the red lights. Let's go, let's go, let's go. All right. Head on a swivel. All right. So we might be able to roll through some reds. See ya. I think we crossed back over just in time for the woods. Yeah, rock on. Yeah. That's a big side-by-side. Hey. Yeah. Back to the forest trail. Loving it. 46.64. Oh, this is a perfect place for you to go past your record, Fred. You're 3/10 away from 47 miles. So you're gonna break your distance record right now. I love it. What a beautiful place to do that. Two hours and 45 minutes in, he'll cross 47 miles. Thanks, guys. Hey, we got a car on the left, but we can make it. Hoo-ah! 46.86. How old are you, Fred?
58.
58? 58. It's gonna hit 50 miles today. $56.95. All right, when we ride this again, you can remember this area right here. Right here, 47.1. Yeah, brother. Yeah, coming strong. 16.5 miles an hour on a greenway in the forest of Emerald Isle. Yes. Thank you. Perfecto. I did 3 times. I think she asked me to ring my bell, and I believe that's why they split, and because they heard the bell. But anyhow, all right, be careful. You know, we can go to the left and hit that road. Not cool. All right, see you at 50 miles. Just turned. Car. Just turned on the Coast Guard road. So, got to drop our pace. A lot going on. A lot of people out now. Much different than 8 o'clock in the morning on a Sunday. But, to be expected. Been a great ride. 48.1 in. Don't want anything bad to go wrong now, or anything bad to happen, I should say, or anything to go wrong. There we go. Yeah, digging deep. Been sitting in the pain cave for a while. Thank you. We may have to just do a little bit in the neighborhood to get right to 50.
Oh yeah, let's get to 50.
left that on for a while. I didn't realize. Well, we're at 49 miles. We're almost to our lodging. We will ride through the neighborhood if we have to get right to 50, because we're at 49.15 right now. Keep you posted. Oh, we have done it. 49.43. 50 is incoming. Back to this paradise. 75 degrees. Sunshiny North Carolina skies. Tropical wonderland. So much thanks to Bill for letting us come here. Thank you, Carla, for your generosity and love. I hope to repeat this ride. But that's another section of the Outer Banks checked off. Fred has ridden the coast now. We both, let's go up here. Both of us milestone ride, getting to 50 miles in a single ride. We've been working towards this moment. So kudos, brother.
Yeah.
I don't think that Knuckles got on camera there, but there was a genuine Knuckles. So cruising through the neighborhood, we're gonna get this not 49.67 speed bump. Oh yeah. Now, if you're still watching, I mean, way to hold on. Way to support me and my adventures on Pedal Power NC. I love making these videos. One, just to document where I go. Sometimes it's so I can study it, like my downhill videos. I like to watch them back and study it, so the next time I go riding, I'm, more informed. This was just an adventure story time. So, really appreciate it. Hit that like button. Go back in my videos and watch some more if you want. 49.86. We're approaching the lodge. I'm certainly going to get it to 50. We're at 49.91. Look at that, amazing. 9.3. We might have to go to the speed bump and back. Speed bump and back. 49.95. No crashing now. Ooh. 9.9. Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy. I don't know if this is gonna flip or be upside down, but ooh, boom, 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 boom. 50.
Time 2 hours, 56 minutes, 35 seconds. Total distance 50.0 miles. Average speed 17.0 miles per hour.
Nailed it.
Split speed 15.2 miles per hour.
Here you go, folks. I don't know if I'm upside down or not, but ching ching. Yeah, I probably am. There, I bet that's right. So, did it. 2 hours, 56 minutes. 2,600 calories. Boom. Thanks for watching. Turn off.